Hello, dear third secondary students. This is Noor Musa, and I'll be more than happy to give you a hand with studying the English language for this year. أهلا بكم أحبائي طلاب وطالبات الصف الثالث الثانوي. أنا اسمي نور موسى وأكون سعيد إني أساعدكم في مذاكرة الإنجليش السنة دي. Briefly, let me tell you about our curriculum for this year. باختصار خليني أقول لك شوية معلومات عن منهج السنة دي. Our curriculum for this year consists of 12 units. منهجنا السنة دي بيتكون من 12 unit. وفي كل unit we will extract the most important vocabulary, grammar lessons and writing skills إن شاء الله. إن شاء الله أسعد بيكم وتسعدوا بي إن شاء الله وأكون خير عون ليكم. Now let's get the ball rolling and start with unit 1. يلا بينا نبدأ. هنبدأ النهاردة بunit 1 and the title of unit 1 is Read all about it. I don't like to judge a book from its cover. However, I bet this unit discusses some information about magazines, newspapers, novels, and writing in general. Our objectives. Through this unit and in this lesson, we're going to compare different newspaper styles. هنقدر نقارن أنواع الجرايد والجرانين. Read multiple texts to determine the general idea. هنقدر نقرأ بعض النصوص ونحدد منها الأفكار الرئيسية ونستخرج منها الفوكاب أو المفردات الجديدة. We will be able to identify some vocabulary from the context وهنقدر نحدد بعض المصطلحات والعبارات الجديدة من السياق. And finally, we will write a descriptive text to summarize the qualities a good journalist should have. وفي أخيراً هنقدر إن احنا نكتب مع بعض مقالة وصفية عن أو بتلخص مميزات الصحفي الجيد. What type of newspapers have you read? إيه أنواع الجرايد أو الصحف اللي قرأتوها أو اللي شفتوها؟ Today we're going to compare two different styles of newspapers. النهاردة هنقارن سوا نوعين من الجرايد الغير منتشرين بشكل كبير لكن هنتعرف عليهم النهاردة. Have you ever read a newspaper? And what type of newspapers have you read? هل قرأت قبل كده أي صحيفة أو أي جورنان؟ وإيه نوع الصحيفة اللي قرأتها أو الجورنان اللي قرأته؟ Let's come and see. تعالوا نشوف. Let's start with our reading task. Comparing between different types of newspapers. Read the description of two different newspapers. Do you have these types in your country? هنقرأ مع بعض وهنتفرج على نوعين من أنواع الصحف. اسأل نفسك هل عمرك قابلت الصحف دي أو شفتها here in Egypt هنا في بلدنا مصر؟ The first type is a tabloid. A tabloid newspaper has small pages and large photos. It has short stories which are easy to explain. Tabloid أو الجريدة الشعبية هي صحيفة بها صفحات صغيرة وبعض الصور كبيرة الحجم. It has short stories which are easy to explain. الأخبار والقصص الموجودة فيها بسيطة وسهلة. It uses simple language وبتستخدم لغة بسيطة قريبة من أي حد يقدر يفهمها. And large headlines وعناوين ضخمة. Which often include funny rhymes or jokes. وأحيانا بتتضمن بعض النكات وبعض الرايمز أو الكلمات اللي ذات الإيقاع أو الأغاني البسيطة الخفيفة. The second type of newspapers for today is called a broadsheet. I want you to pay full attention and compare between a tabloid and a broadsheet. A broadsheet newspaper is a more formal newspaper with large pages. As you can see the difference, زي ما انت شايف الفرق. A broadsheet أو الصحيفة الرسمية الكبيرة is more formal newspaper. هي صحيفة رسمية أكتر with large pages بصفح أكبر. It has more international news وبتحتوي على أخبار دولية وعالمية أكتر. Articles المقالات are more factual and use longer sentences and paragraphs. المقالات بداخل البرودشيت بتحتوي على حقائق أكتر أو بتكون حقائقية وواقعية أكتر. ما بيبقاش فيها jokes أو نكات أو هزار. And use longer sentences and paragraphs. والفقرات والجمل فيها أكبر وأكثر being serious أو جادة أكتر من التابلويد. In addition to this، بالإضافة لده، broadsheets have fewer photos. عدد الصور بيبقى أقل شوية في البرودشيت لأن التركيز بيبقى على التوبيك أو على الموضوع. They have fewer photos than tabloid newspapers. فبيبقى عدد الصور فيها أقل بكتير من التابلويد. Let's see the picture of a tabloid and a picture of a broadsheet. As you can see, large photos, large headlines, simple topics. صور كبيرة، عناوين كبيرة، topics أو مواضيع خفيفة للقارئ. broadsheet زي ما احنا شايفين صحيفة رسمية. fewer photos، عدد الصور بيبقى أقل and smaller in size. And the concentration or the focus is mainly on the context itself and the article itself and the information. والتركيز بيبقى على السياق نفسه أو اللي مكتوب نفسه والحقائق واللي بيتم سرده في المقالة أو المقالات اللي موجودة بداخل البرودشيت. That was all about the comparison between a broadsheet and a tabloid. Now ask yourself that question. Do you have these types of newspapers in your country? Now I believe we are all now able to tell the difference between a broadsheet and a tabloid. دلوقتي أعتقد كلنا فهمنا الفرق ما بين broadsheet أو الصحيفة الرسمية and a tabloid والصحف الشعبية. Let's continue our lesson. Read the two newspaper articles. هنقرأ مقالتين حقيقيتين من جريدة متاخدين من جريدة أو من صحيفة. And we have to answer this question. Are they from a tabloid or a broadsheet? هل المقالتين دول متاخدين من tabloid من جريدة شعبية ولا a broadsheet the formal newspaper أو الجريدة الرسمية اللي اتكلمنا عنها؟ New Harry Potter book shown online. واضح إن كتاب هاري بوتر الجديد تم تسريبه. Photographs of all 784 pages of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows have appeared on the internet 4 days before J.K. Rowling's final book is due to be published. تم تسريب عدد 784 صفحة من الصور لكتاب هاري بوتر and the Deathly Hallows. تم تسريبهم وظهروا على الإنترنت فقط 4 days before J.K. Rowling's final book is due to be published. فقط 4 أيام قبل نشر الكتاب اللي كتبته الكاتبة المشهورة J.K. Rowling مؤلفة كتاب هاري بوتر, the author of Harry Potter series of books. It is not known who took the photographs of the book whose contents have been kept a secret before the book is published at 1:12 a.m. on Saturday. مش من المعروف مين اللي أخذ الصور من الكتاب اللي محتواه كان محفوظ سراً قبل ما الكتاب يتم نشره الساعة 12:02 صباحاً يوم السبت. Some websites have removed the photos after receiving warnings from the publisher's lawyers. But photos of the book can still be read on other sites. بعض المواقع بالفعل أزالوا الصور اللي تم تسريبها بعد ما تلقوا تهديدات وتحذيرات from the publisher's lawyers من محامين دار النشر أو الناشر اللي نشر الكتاب. But photos of the book can still be read on other sites. لكن صور الكتاب اللي تم تسريبه لا زالت بتقرأ على بعض المواقع الأخرى. It is also claimed that some people were typing up copies of the book from the photos to share on social media. Guys, I want you to pay full attention to the words in orange because these are some new vocabulary that we are going to discuss today. عايزك تاخد بالك من الكلمات اللي باللون الأورنج لأن احنا هنناقش definition والmeaning and we are going to use them together. Again, it is also claimed تم الادعاء that some people أن بعض الناس were typing up copies كانوا already بيعملوا copies أو نسخ من الكتاب from the photos to share on social media من الصور اللي تم تسريبها لكي يشاركوها على مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي. This all occurred despite the careful security which has been put in place before the book is published. هذا كله حدث occurred means happened despite the careful security بالرغم من حرص الأمني which has been put in place before the book is published اللي تم وضعه في مكانه قبل نشر هذا الكتاب. This included asking booksellers not to tell the media when or if they had copies of the book. ده طبعا كان يتضمنه سؤال الناشرين أو بائعي الكتب اللي بيبيعوا الكتاب نفسه بعد ما تم تسريبه not to tell the media إن هما ما يخبروش وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي when or if they had copies of the book إذا كان عندهم بالفعل أو استلموا بالفعل copies أو نسخ للكتاب. The incident highlights the problems of online book piracy. هذه الحادثة أو الواقعة the incident, an incident is something that happens and most probably it's not something nice. It's not something good. This incident highlights means to give more importance and to give more focus to something. So this incident لذلك هذه الحادثة highlights سلطت الضوء على the problems of online book piracy على مشكلة أو مشاكل القرصنة على الكتب التي تنشر online أو على مواقع الإنترنت which is becoming much more common واللي بيصبح شائع ومنتشر بشكل كبير. Internet cheat ruins Potter surprise. شخص غير أمين. An internet cheat. A cheat is a dishonest person who tries to get what he wants in a dishonest way. So an internet cheat شخص خاين أو غشاش عن طريق الإنترنت قدر إن هو ruins to destroy. Ruin means to spoil or to make something become useless. He ruined Potter surprise. هو أفسد مفاجأة الكتاب عن طريق نشره وعن طريق the online piracy he had committed أو القرصنة اللي ارتكبها بنشره لصور الكتاب before it was published قبل أن يتم نشره. Internet cheat ruins Potter surprise. What does it mean a cheat? Yes, it can be a verb and it can be a noun. كلمة cheat ممكن تبقى verb فعل ممكن تبقى noun أو اسم. Let me give you a very important piece of advice. خليني أدي لك نصيحة غاية في الأهمية when dealing with your vocabulary lessons لما تتعامل مع دروس المفردات والمصطلحات الجديدة. You need to decide if this word is a noun or a verb or an adjective. محتاج دايما وانت بتذاكر الفوكاب تاخد بالك الكلمة اللي بتدرسها دي هل هي noun اسم هل هي verb فعل هل هي adjective صفة. So bear this in mind. Always bear it in mind. خليه دايما في بالك وانت بتتعلم new vocabulary. Internet cheat ruins Potter's surprise. So cheat here is a noun. Cheat here اسم مش فعل. What does it mean a cheat? A cheat is a dishonest person who tries to get what he wants in a dishonest way. So واضح كده ان شخص غشاش أخذ وسرق كتاب هاري بوتر قبل أن يتم نشره and ruins the surprise. What does it mean to ruin? Ruin, if you ruin something then you spoil it. You make it go useless. So spoil means to destroy. يفسد أو يدمر. إذن هذا الشخص الغشاش دمر وأفسد مفاجأة الكتاب قبل نشره. Just 4 days before J.K. Rowling's final book about Harry Potter is published, an internet cheat has shared every page of the book online. فقط 4 أيام قبل كتاب المؤلفة J.K. Rowling صاحبة سلسلة هاري بوتر قبل أن يتم إصدار ونشر هذا الكتاب ب4 أيام شخص خاين أو غشاش قدر إن هو يسرق الكتاب and shared every page وشارك كل صفحة في الكتاب and shared every page of the book online وقدر إنه يشارك كل صفحة في الكتاب على الإنترنت. This has ruined the surprise for millions of readers. I just told you the meaning of ruined. What does it mean to ruin something? Yes, to destroy, to spoil, to make it go useless. So this has ruined the surprise for millions of readers. ده أفسد المفاجأة لملايين القراء who have been waiting with bated breath. What does it mean to wait for something with bated breath? Yes, if you keep waiting for something with bated breath, then you are so excited waiting for this thing to happen. So waiting with bated breath means waiting in a nervous and in an excited way. So millions of readers who have been waiting with bated breath to find out what happens to the famous character. ملايين القراء كانوا منتظرين بلهفة وبشوق أن يكتشفوا ويعرفوا ماذا حدث للشخصية الرئيسية أو الشخصية المشهورة في الكتاب وما سيحدث لها في نهاية الكتاب. Several websites show photographs of every page of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, which means that you can read the whole book online, including the long-awaited ending. Several means many. Several means many. Many websites, العديد من المواقع أظهرت صور لكل صفحة بكتاب هاري بوتر and the Deathly Hallows، وده معناه which means that you can read the whole book online. إنك تستطيع قراءة الكتاب بالكامل for free مجانا online. Including the long-awaited ending بما فيها أو متضمنا النهاية المنتظرة. The long-awaited ending. The long-awaited ending. If something is long-awaited, then you keep waiting for it to happen. Lawyers have demanded that the websites stop showing the illegal photos. Unfortunately, some websites have agreed. المحاميين طبعا أو المحاميين الخاصين بدور النشر أو دار النشر المسؤولة عن نشر الكتاب have demanded. What does it mean to demand? Demand also can be a verb or a noun. Here it is a verb. Lawyers have demanded. So if you demand for something to happen, you ask for it forcefully to happen. You ask for it and you refuse or you do not accept for this thing not to happen. So you demand for something, that means you ask for something and request it forcefully, with force. What does it mean demand? يطالب بشدة. المحامين طبعا الخاصين بدار النشر المسؤولة عن نشر كتاب هاري بوتر and the Deathly Hallows demanded طالبوا that the websites أن المواقع stop showing the illegal photos تتوقف عن عرض الصور الغير قانونية لأنها مسروقة طبعا. Unfortunately, what does it mean fortunately? Yes, fortunately is an adverb. Yes, and we use it when something good has happened to you or that you think that you were lucky in a situation, you say fortunately. Fortunately means luckily, luckily. So fortunately, some websites لحسن الحظ بعض المواقع have agreed وافقت على التوقف عن إصدار الصور المسروقة ديت. However, مع ذلك, other people have typed up the text from the photos and are likely to share the story on other websites. مع ذلك في ناس آخرين have typed up the text كانوا already كتبوا typed up the text كتبوا نص الكتاب from the photos من الصور اللي تم تسريبها and are likely to share the story on other websites. What does it mean likely? Likely means probably. If something is likely to happen, then it is probable. Likely من المحتمل. Again, other people have typed up the text. ناس آخرين بالفعل تمكنوا من كتابة النص عن طريق the photos أو الصور and are likely to share the story on other websites. ومن المحتمل أن ينشروا ويشاركوا القصة على مواقع أخرى. Fans of Harry Potter were shocked by the news. Fans. What does it mean fans? Yes, supporters. A fan is someone who supports maybe a team or maybe an actor or maybe a singer. So if you are a fan of Al-Ahli or Az-Zamalek, then you support either sides. Fans of Harry Potter people who admire the series of books of Harry Potter written by J.K. Rowling, those fans أو الجماهير أو المؤيدين للكاتبة J.K. Rowling وكتبها عن سلسلة هاري بوتر were shocked. Were shocked. What does it mean if you are shocked? Yes, very surprised in a negative way, in a bad way. If you are shocked, then you are surprised and upset because something bad has happened. So you get shocked. Fans of Harry Potter were shocked by the news. One of the fans says, "It's terrible," says Kate Strong. This is one of the fans. "It's terrible." الأمر بشع اللي بيقول كده كيت سترونج، واحدة من المؤيدين والمناصرين لسلسلة كتب هاري بوتر. "It's terrible," says Kate Strong from Cambridge. هي من مدينة كامبريدج أو من مقاطعة كامبريدج في لندن. "Who plans to buy the new book for her children." اللي كانت بتخطط إنها تشتري الكتاب الجديد لأطفالها. بتكمل كلامها كيت سترونج the fan or one of Harry Potter's fans، واحدة من المؤيدين لكتب هاري بوتر والمحبين ليها، وبتقول كيت says "The person who has done this should be put in prison." الشخص اللي ارتكب ده لابد انه يوضع في السجن ويتم سجنه. Now we have finished this part of reading the two articles about online piracy and Harry Potter book that has been leaked. What does it mean to leak? Yes, if a gas or a liquid leaks, then it goes through a hole. But if a secret leaks, then it becomes known. Yes, leak يعني يسرب أو يتسرب. Now we're going to move to another part. After reading the two articles about Harry Potter and the book that has been leaked، بعد ما قرأنا المقالين عن كتاب هاري بوتر اللي تم تسريبه بالفعل. Now let's try to figure out the new vocabulary in these two articles. يلا بينا نحاول نفهم المصطلحات والمفردات الجديدة في الدرس اللي قريناه. Definitions. Claim. Do you remember the meaning of claim? فاكر معنى claim؟ فكر. Think. Would you like me to help you? I'll give you an example. I will use it in a sentence. هستخدمها لك في جملة وانت فكر. The lawyers of Harry Potter book publisher have claimed that the book has been leaked 1 minute before being published. So what does it mean, claim? Yes. It means to say something, but we are not sure if it is true. If someone claims something, then he says it. But we don't know if this thing is true or not. So claim, what does it mean in Arabic? Yes, يدعي. Claim, يدعي. He claimed he was not there when the accident happened. هو ادعى إنه ما كانش موجود لما حصلت الحادثة. Do you remember what I told you about learning and studying vocabulary? فاكرين اللي قلت لكم عليه بالنسبة لمذاكرة الفوكاب؟ You need to think if this word is a noun or a verb or an adjective. The next word here is occur. 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 What does it mean to occur? Occur is a verb, and it means when something happens or exists. To happen or exist. Occur means to happen or exist. يحدث أو يتواجد. Let's use it in a sentence. Yes, the accident occurred right there. The accident occurred right there. الحادثة happened or حدثت في ذلك المكان. We can also say sugar occurs in fruits. السكر بيتواجد بداخل الفاكهة. Yes, what's this new word? Can you read it alone? Piracy. Again, piracy. Again, piracy. What do you think piracy means? Is it a noun or a verb or an adjective? Yes, it is a noun. And what does piracy mean? Piracy is the act of copying things illegally. If you copy things illegally, if you copy things from the internet illegally، لو بتعمل نسخ الأشياء بشكل غير قانوني، أشياء لها حقوق النشر الخاصة بيها وانت بتقتبسها أو بتاخدها وبتستخدمها. This is illegal. This is against the law. ده غير قانوني. So piracy هي القرصنة. Yes, it can also mean the act of attacking ships at sea and stealing things from ships at sea is piracy. القرصنة اللي بتحصل من القراصنة في البحر. And also we have online piracy, which is إيه هي online piracy? The act of stealing information or even software or even music or films online without paying for them. This is called piracy. And this is the act of copying things illegally like films, music, or computer programs. Do you remember what I told you about this word? Cheat. I told you that this word can be a noun or a verb. Here in our lesson for today, it is a noun. Cheat. What does it mean, cheat? A cheat is a person who behaves in a dishonest way to get what they want. So if someone behaves in a dishonest way, لو شخص بدأ يتصرف بطريقة غير أمينة أو غير صادقة to get what they want, لكي يحصلوا على ما يريدون. This is what we call a cheat. A cheat. شخص غشاش، شخص خاين للأمانة. Ruin. Again. Ruin. Again. Ruin. And it's a verb. What does it mean, ruin? To spoil or destroy something severely or completely. Yes. To spoil, يفسد, or destroy أو يدمر something شيء ما severely بشدة or completely أو تماما. Let's use it in a sentence. Did you tell Ahmed about the party? You ruined the surprise. You ruined the surprise. أنت أفسدت المفاجأة اللي كنا عاملينها له. So ruin means to spoil or destroy something severely or completely. Waiting with bated breath, and this is an idiom. Yes, waiting with bated breath. Waiting for something to happen excitedly, or waiting for something with excitement to happen. For example, we have been waiting with bated breath for the book Harry Potter and the Hollow, or the Death Hollow, to be published. We've been waiting with bated breath, so we've been excitedly waiting for the book to be published and to become available. So what does it mean, waiting with bated breath? Yes, ينتظر بلهفة. ينتظر بلهفة. Waiting anxiously or excitedly for something to happen. Shocked. 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 Yes, it is an adjective. What does it mean, shocked? It means being very surprised and upset with what happened. I was shocked to learn that my car was stolen. I was shocked when I learned about that. So I was very surprised and I was very upset with what happened. Shocked. What does it mean, shocked in Arabic? مصدوم. Demand. 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 And it's a verb. What does it mean to demand? To request or ask for something in a way that shows that you don't expect to be refused. To request or ask for something in a way that shows that you don't expect to be refused. What does it mean to demand? Yes, يطالب. He demanded to speak to his lawyer. هو طالب أن يتحدث إلى محامي. So demand means to request or ask for something forcefully. And you do not expect that this gets refused. So demand يطالب بشدة. Now we have already discussed the new vocabulary in our lesson, and now time to practice some exercise. Are you ready? Now, look at the words in red in the articles and find words to match the description. هنبص على الكلمات اللي احنا already قريناها واللي كان لونها orange شوية أو أحمر شوية في النص, and we are going to match it with the definition that we will show here right now. وهنوصلها بالدefinition أو بالمعاني اللي احنا هنظهرها حالا. Number one, think of it. someone who behaves in a dishonest way in order to get something. Yes. شخص بيتصرف بطريقة dishonest، غير صادقة أو غير أمينة. To get something، لكي يحصل على شيء ما. What do we call him? Yes, it's a cheat. A cheat. Excellent. And here, cheat is a noun, not a verb. Number 2, think of it. To ask for something in a very strict and serious way, and you do not expect to be refused. So if you ask for something in a very strict and serious way, يطالب بشدة. You remember it? Yes, it starts with D. بتبدأ بحرف D. Think of it. It's demand. Excellent. Number 3, when someone illegally copies and sells someone's work. When someone illegally copies and sells someone's work. لما بيقوم شخص ما بنسخ وبيع شغل أو عمل قام به أحد آخر بشكل غير قانوني، ده بنسميه إيه؟ Yes. It's the same like attacking ships at sea. زي مهاجمة السفن في البحار بنسميها yes, it's piracy. Excellent. Piracy. So piracy القرصنة, which means واللي معناها when someone illegally copies and sells someone else's work. Someone's work. The last one, completely spoiled something. Completely spoiled something. To destroy something completely. يفسد شيء ويدمره تماما. Yes. Ruined. Ruined. Excellent, guys. Number 5. An extreme adjective, meaning very surprised and upset. صفة شديدة معناها ان انت مندهش جدا او متضايق جدا. Yes, it's shocked. Shocked. I was shocked when I knew that my car was stolen. I was shocked. Extremely surprised and upset. مندهش جدا وبشكل سيء يعني مصدوم. Number 6. A phrase meaning waiting with a lot of nervousness and excitement. Yes. عبارة معناها waiting. منتظر with a lot of nervousness. بكثير من التوتر and excitement والحماس. Do you remember it? Yes, indeed. Waiting with bated breath. Excellent, guys. Amazing. Number 7. Say something is true although it has not been proved. Yes, when you say that something is true, but we are not sure about that. يدعي. يدعي يعني بيقول واحنا ما نعرفش إذا كان ده حقيقي ولا لأ. Do you remember it? Yes, it starts with the letter C. It is claim. Claim. To say something is true, but we are not sure, although it hasn't been proved yet. Number 8. Think of it. To happen or exist in a particular place or situation. Yes, يحدث أو يتواجد في مكان أو في موقف معين. It starts with the letter O. Do you remember it? Yes, indeed. Excellent, guys. It's occur. Occur. Occur means to happen or to exist. So the piracy occurred at 1:12 a.m. القرصنة حدثت الساعة 12:01 الفجر أو الصبح. Another type of exercise. The type that you prefer. Multiple choice. Choose the correct words to complete the sentences. هنختار الإجابة الصحيحة من الإجابات A, B, C, and D for each sentence على كل جملة. Number 1. Take 30 seconds to read it. Yes. Space is the crime of illegally copying and selling books, tapes, videos, computer programs. ما هي the crime الجريمة of illegally copying، جريمة نسخ وبيع الكتب أو الشرايط tapes يعني شرايط الكاسيت اللي كانت موجودة زمان، videos أو فيديوهات أو أفلام، أو computer programs أو software سواء computer program أو software لو اتسرق أو لو تم إن هو اتسرق واتباع أونلاين، ده بنسميه إيه يا شباب؟ ها فكر theft سرقة، robbery سرقة ونهب، murder when you kill someone قتل، or piracy indeed it is piracy. بالفعل يا شباب هي القرصنة هنا is not attacking ships at sea، هي مش مهاجمة السفن في البحر. No, piracy is the act of illegally copying and selling books or programs or even films and movies online. يعني سرقة حقوق النشر الخاصة بكتب أو ببرامج أو بأفلام أو فيديوهات لها حقوق نشر، لما بيتم سرقتها بنسمي الجريمة دي نفس الجريمة اللي بتحصل من مهاجمة السفن في البحر is piracy أو القرصنة. بس واحدة بتحصل في البحر and the other is online. Number 2, the teacher spaced to know why the students were all late. المدرس spaced to know أن يعرف why the students ليه الطلاب were all late كانوا جميعهم متأخرين. Demanded, forced, told, wondered. What did I tell you about the verb demand? Yes, demand means to ask or request something forcefully. يطالب بشدة. طبعا المدرس كان متضايق. He was extremely upset and he demanded to know why they were late. He asked forcefully to know the reason why they were late. So the answer will be demanded. Number 3, not many people have read the young author's book as she could not find a library, publisher, bookshop, bookseller. What does it mean, publisher? A publisher is someone or a company that is responsible for making a book available for people to read it. So a publisher should be the answer. الإجابة هتكون publisher بمعنى الناشر أو دار النشر. معنى الجملة ليس كثير من الناس قرأ كتاب المؤلفة الصغيرة لأنها لم تجد ناشر أو دار نشر because she couldn't find a publisher. Number 4, my job space making copies, answering phones and other duties. شغلانتي عايزين نقول بتتضمن عمل نسخ، رد على التليفونات and other duties والعديد من المسؤوليات الأخرى. نقدر نقول contain؟ لا طبعا because contain means to have something inside. لما أقول this bag contains a lot of books الشنطة دي بتحتوي بداخلها يبقى contain معناها بيحتوي بداخله to have something inside. Consist of when I say our lesson consists of vocabulary, grammar and writing. Includes. What does it mean to include? To include means to have something as one of its parts. To have something as one of its parts. So the answer will be includes. My job includes وظيفتي بتتضمن making copies عمل نسخ, answering phone calls الرد على المكالمات and other duties والمسؤوليات ومهام أخرى. Number 5. Do you remember the types of newspapers we've discussed today? A spaced newspaper has small pages and large photos. Is it a broadcast, a poster, a tabloid, or a blog? Excellent, guys. It is a tabloid. Number 6. A spaced newspaper is a more formal newspaper. هي جريدة رسمية أكتر with large pages بصفحات كبيرة and factual articles ومقالات حقائقية واقعية. بالتأكيد يا جماعة أكيد الإجابة هتكون broadsheet. Number 7. The accident الحادث space despite the carefulness of the driver بالرغم من حرص السائق because there was a sudden leak in the brake aisle لأنه كان يوجد تسرب مفاجئ a sudden leak تسرب مفاجئ in the brake oil في زيت الفرامل. هنقول ايه؟ الحادث حدث أو تم أو حصل. Excellent guys. The answer will be occurred. The accident occurred. الحادث حصل. Despite بالرغم the carefulness حرص of the driver حرص السائق because there was a leak in the brake oil كان في تسرب في زيت الفرامل. Number 8 and the last one. What bad news! يا لها من أخبار سيئة. The book had been space before it was published. Again, what does it mean to publish a book? Excellent. To publish a book means to make it available for people to read it. So what happened to the book? Do you remember what I told you about oil, gas, liquid that goes through a hole? Secrets as well, when they become known, they are leaked. Excellent. So the answer will be the book had been leaked. So if a secret has been leaked, then it has become known to people. Now, we have already done our reading part and we have already gone through our vocabulary for lesson 1. دلوقتي احنا انتهينا من قراءة المقالات وحددنا وتعرفنا على المفردات والمصطلحات الجديدة بداخل كل باراجراف في المقالتين. Another part of our session جزء آخر من حصتنا النهاردة اللي فيه هنتكلم عن writing. Writing is a very important skill in the English language and in learning any language. أي لغة في الدنيا محتاج إنك تتعلمها لابد إنك تتعلم 4 مهارات: listening, speaking, reading, writing. So writing is one of the most important skills if you would like to learn good English. Today we're going to discuss how to write a descriptive essay. مقال الوصفي. هنتعلم مع بعض إزاي نكتب مقال أساساً وإزاي نوصف بعض الحقائق اللي لمسناها أو شفناها سواء في شخص أو في مكان أو في أيا كان. المقال الوصفي بيتعامل مع بعض الحقائق وبنستخدم فيه صفات كتير. We use a lot of adjectives to describe the person or the thing or the place we are describing. Before we start, what is an essay? هو يعني إيه مقالة؟ And what's the difference between an essay and an article? إيه الفرق ما بين مقالة الأساي والارتكل المقالة التانية؟ المقالة الارتكل بتكون موجودة أكتر في النيوزبيبرز أو الصحف. أما an essay is the one that you write, is the one that you write at school or at university. هي اللي أنت بتكتبها في المدرسة أو في الجامعة بنسميها essay. أما الارتكل you can read it in newspapers. تقدر تقراها في الصحف. Again, what's an essay? An essay is a piece of writing consisting of several paragraphs and should be in the form of an introduction, body, and conclusion. المقالة هو جزء مكتوب بيتكون من several paragraphs من عدة فقرات and should be in the form of ويجب أن يكون في شكل introduction مقدمة, body جسم الموضوع, conclusion المحصلة النهائية. What is a paragraph? Some of you get confused when dealing with an essay or a paragraph. They don't tell the difference and they are not able to tell the difference between an essay and a paragraph. في ناس بتتلخبط ومش عارفة الفرق ما بين المقالة والفقرة. الفقرة جزء من المقالة. كل مقالة بتتكون من عدة فقرات. Every essay consists of several paragraphs. The form of the paragraph اللي احنا لسه قايلينه, the form of an essay اللي احنا قايلينه, introduction is a paragraph, body is another paragraph, and the conclusion is another paragraph. So what is a paragraph? A paragraph is a piece of writing consisting of some sentences that deal with a certain idea. الفقرة هي جزء مكتوب بيتكون من عدة جمل بتتناقش وبتتعامل مع فكرة محددة. اتكلمنا عن أجزاء الأساي. We have already discussed the parts of an essay. The most important parts of an essay are 3, which are introduction, body, conclusion. What's an introduction? إيه الهدف من وراء كتابة المقدمة في أي مقالة؟ The purpose of the introduction is to give your reader a clear idea of what your essay will cover. الهدف من وراء المقدمة إنك تعطي القارئ فكرة واضحة about what you're going to say or what you're going to discuss in the essay، عن ما سيتناقش أو سيتم النقاش عليه في المقالة نفسها. It should include the theses، ويجب على الكاتب اللي بيكتب المقالة إنه يضم the theses أو الأطروحة. What does it mean a thesis? The opinion or the idea or the topic itself. Okay؟ فيجب أنها تتضمن الأطروحة and provide some background information، وكذلك لابد أنها توفر من بعض الخلفية من المعلومات on the specific problem، عن المشكلة بالتحديد. أما البادي، the body paragraphs, all the paragraphs that come between the introduction and the conclusion، كل الباراجرافز اللي بتبقى ما بين المقدمة والمحصلة النهائية بنسميها the body paragraph. It comprises the bulk، بتحتوي على بتحتوي على الكتلة and all the details، وكافة التفاصيل and evidence، والأدلة الداعمة that support the thesis، اللي بتدعم الأطروحة أو the opinion أو the main idea that you are addressing in your essay. آخر جزء في المقالة which is called the conclusion. Your essay's conclusion should contain a rephrased version of your overall thesis. بالنسبة للمحصلة النهائية لابد أنها تحتوي على إعادة صياغة لما تم ذكره من الأطروحة والنقاش من خلال الأدلة والديتيلز أو التفاصيل الداعمة للكلام ده، بيبقى ملخصينه في الكونكلوجن. We say them in other words، بنقولهم في كلمات أخرى. We try to rephrase the main idea that you have written in your essay. بنحاول نلخص ونعيد شرح الفكرة الأساسية اللي تناولناها في الانترودكشن وبالتفاصيل في البادي. So it's a brief review، بتعتبر مراجعة سريعة ومختصرة of the key points، للنقاط المفتاحية أو الأساسية you made in the main body، اللي انت قمت بذكرها وبذكر تفاصيلها في البادي أو جسم الموضوع. وزي ما احنا شايفين this is the conclusion structure، a thesis، a summary of the main ideas، your recommendation توصياتك وترشيحاتك، your prediction توقعاتك في نهاية المقال، and maybe you can offer a solution، وممكن تقدم حل للمشكلة اللي انت بتناقشها في المقالة الخاصة بيك. That was all for today and see you next time. Thank you.